Believe it or not, this is about the 5th time I've recorded this, so I'm just going to jump straight in and get right on with what it's about. My project, as you know, is about an artificial entity and the program created to sort of simulate the interaction between the subconscious and the person using it. And to that end, I created these screen designs basically when I first came up with the idea. So these were done about 30 days ago. It's now day 33 and I'm just getting around to recording it, but bear with me. It will become clear why I'm doing this in a couple of days. So, on the screen we can see that there's the sample text, which I've dubbed full of happy and shiny, but that's just because it's me. Basically this part is where the artificial entity will actually communicate with the user. It'll sort of fade in and out, and basically anything it decides to say will appear there in place of that text. When it's asking you a question or you have some sort of response expected, it will show up with 4 different responses down here. All that happens is you click on those and then it'll update the conversation and that will get stored in memory. Now on here is a quick outline of what each area will be. This purple part here, as it says, is where the entity can talk to the user. The text can appear anywhere within these bounds. It could be over here, it could be there, anywhere. This response area is kept exclusively for the user responses. So they'll be lined up here. There may even be a subtle shading in the background to separate it from the colours themselves, which can go anywhere on the entire screen, and they're the only thing that can overlap this red area here. And not on the screen because it's not within the scope of this project at the moment. There's actually photos and pictures that can sort of fade in and out in the corners there once the entity gets to know you really well. But as I said, that's not within the current scope, so it's not on here. Now, I mentioned colours, so we'll just have a look at a few examples. Here's a nice sort of purple. As you can see, it starts out quite bright here and sort of fades out. That's actually the opacity as well, so I'll just skip through a little bit. They can come in different colours, different shapes, so on. Because of the way they've been made, they actually can overlap and bleed into each other, so you get this lovely sort of blue-green effect when the purple and green cross over, and so on and so forth with any of the other colours. Now, these sort of react to the mood of the conversation, to what's going on in the background, and there's a certain level of randomness that goes on there as well. So I won't be able to predict where they appear on the screen or accurately which colour they'll be, though I can give you a rough outline. They're going to go for the symbolic route. So as an example, red would be something like anger, passion, etc., or feeling adventurous even, whereas blue might be sadness or remembering something, depending. And yep, that's pretty much what I have for screen designs. This is the view you'll see before it really knows anything about you. Once it starts to ask questions, the colours will start to appear slowly, and then they'll build up the further in you go. And that's what the screen design was like at the very, very start of the project. Needless to say, it has changed quite a lot since. You'll see what it looks like in a couple of days when it's finally finished. But until then, I hope you enjoyed seeing, and that's probably your first visual clue of the actual project, so yeah, let me know what you think.